to look on servers and seeing us. Oh, sorry we're running late this week. But, hi, we're here.
Yeah.
So, hello, fellow Cravers, and welcome to the CTG Podcast for Wednesday, the 10th of August. It is episode 106, and this week you have me, GD, you have Shimmy, we have Hanksy, and we have Tattastic back again. How are you guys this week?
All good.
I'm sorry,
Yeah, good, thank you.
I'm sorry I dragged a couple of us away from No Man's Sky, but
I want to get back.
it's their own fault for bringing out a game on a Wednesday. I'm just going to say that now. They could have brought it out on a Tuesday like any normal game would. No, they've decided to bring it out on a Wednesday. Unless you're
I need to get back to it before somebody else names all the planets.
I've already named one planet Craveland. I've named another planet New Wales, where there's the Welsh Corgi, Big Bird, which will now give me nightmares. And some kind of rock crab that decided to attack me because it likes to eat bugs. But,
You are the bug.
I know. That's what I found weird. I looked at it and I thought, something attacked me, and I turned around and I started running away. There was one of the Big Bird type creatures there as well. So everything was going wrong, and then it just stopped attacking me. I'm thinking, what the hell's going on?
I think I've been really lucky because the planet I've spawned on, basically there's nothing treacherous apart from them sentinel things.
Yeah.
Apart from them, there was nothing, and everything I needed, all the resources were within about 2-minute walk. Heavenly spawned on a planet where everything wants to kill her, including the plant life, right?
Yeah.
And she had to walk 7 minutes to get one of the resources that she needed.
So,
Not good.
so how much have you played at the moment, Hanksy?
I've only played about an hour-ish, but probably about half an hour, 3/4 of an hour.
Paul, have you managed to have a go of No Man's Sky yet?
Yeah, for about 5.5 hours.
What do you guys think of it so far? I know Shimmy hasn't because it's not available on Xbox and it's not available on PC yet. So unfortunately, he's one of those that have got to wait. Yes. So, what do you guys think of it at the moment? Have you been enjoying it?
I've only played about 3/4 of an hour, I'd say, and I'm finding it totally addictive already.
Yeah.
It feels like a little bit like an upgraded Minecraft in space, a little bit, the whole crafting system, and
Yeah.
I really like that. I gotta admit, and it's the idea. I wasn't really sure up until today whether I was going to get it because I still wasn't entirely. I was still wasn't bought into what it was. I still didn't really get what it was about. And now I'm playing it. I'm sort of like thinking, well, I'll probably, I could sleep at work tomorrow.
So how far have you gotten at the moment, Hanksy?
I've got off the planet.
You've just gotten off the first planet.
I've got off the first planet and I got overexcited because I found there was like a space station about an hour away originally, which I managed to get down to about 4 minutes. So I've got to a space station where apparently there's nothing there, but I was greatly excited.
It's alright, but it looks like the Death Star in mine. Paul, what about you? You said that you've done around about 5 hours. What have you done so far? I'm guessing you're already in another galaxy.
Nope, I actually left this planet. I actually went to the space station to see what that was, and then went back to the other planet, and I've just stuck on the same planet for 5 hours exploring.
So wait 1 minute. So I've ended up doing around about 3 hours so far, and I've explored more planets than you, who's been doing it for about 5.
Yep.
But
I just stayed on the same planet. I think my main problem was when it said get in your ship and leave. I thought it would just automatically take off the planet, and there was a point about 27 minutes away, so I walked to that point because I didn't want to get in my ship in case it took me off the planet.
Yeah.
And then I realised, I've got to walk 27 minutes back to my ship. So there was an hour gone just walking to one point.
How did you start? Like, did you, like Hanksy, you said you spawned on a planet. Is that how the game starts when you put it in?
You start on a planet. There's in a crash site basically. And then you have to repair your ship. That's the first thing you've got to do.
Well, okay.
I mean, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be a game. There's 3 of us here. We've all done completely different things, and it's like, I think that's the thing. There's no real rules of this game. It's going to. I mean, Heavenly said to me earlier. He said, what's it about? And I sort of said, well, I can't really tell you what it's about or what it's like because there's nothing else out there that's really like it. It's something,
Well, I think someone says that if you go straight, the point of the game is that you've got to try and reach the center of this
Center of the universe.
universe,
isn't it, the
yeah.
plan?
And I think if you go continuously straight for the center of the universe, I think it could take you about 3 hours to get there. But that's not the point in the game, in my opinion. It's one of those games where the most fun you're going to have is to explore things and
Yeah,
aim
that's
them.
the point of it, isn't it?
Yeah.
The thing is, I don't think that this whole thing about the point of the game is to get to the centre of the universe. I don't think that really. There is no real point to the
It's
game.
the primary objective.
I don't know if it is though. Is it? I mean, that's basically some. I think the guy, I'm trying to figure what his name is now. The guy who's made it got so fed up of people asking him what was the game about that eventually he's just sort of said, well, you just got to get to the centre of the universe to stop people going on about shit. Innit?
Yeah,
But,
just give us a point what we're doing. You
Yeah,
got
the
to reach
point
the
is-
centre. You happy now?
yeah, that's exactly it. Innit? The point is just to explore as you would do if you really did happen to wake up on a crash site. What would you do? Well, you could get in a ship and go and look at shit, wouldn't you?
Well, my question here is now, Shimmy, you've seen footage of it because you've seen some of the gameplay that I've done earlier today.
Yep.
There's one thing that's been sticking in my mind, and we've been talking about this now for the past couple of years. It feels like this game would be suitable for the PlayStation VR when it comes out.
Yeah.
Or the Vive or the Oculus when it's available on PC. Because it seems like one of those kind of games that would be...
More immersive, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can already feel it just playing it as it is now. But moving on, there's one story that I want to talk about. Now, like I said, it's already available on PlayStation already. And like I said, it's coming out on PC. Well, we already know about an upgraded version of the PlayStation is supposed to be coming. Well, it is going to be coming, but we don't know when. Well, we've had news from Sony earlier today saying that they are going to be doing a special event on the 7th of September. Now, do you guys, first of all, it's kind of obvious what it's going to be about. It's going to be about Neo. Do you think it's a bit too late for it to be coming out this year if they do announce it coming out this year? Or do you think it won't be coming out now until the beginning of next year?
I don't know. Anything's possible with Sony, isn't it? To be honest. I think they're obviously concerned because Xbox has got the jump on them slightly.
Yeah.
Well, it's not much of a jump. It's what? It's still a year and a bit to go before the Project Scorpio comes out.
Yeah, it's the hype train, isn't it? The hype train's already left the station.
But is there really
Yeah.
hype for it? That's the thing. I don't feel like there's that much hype for these two new systems. I think with PlayStations, it makes a bit more sense because of them having their own special VR. But Xbox, we don't have any rumours about that. Even with its HoloLens, people seem to not care about the HoloLens, and they seem to not be caring as much themselves. It's like, when was the last time you heard anything about that?
Well, it wasn't even mentioned at E3 this year, was it?
No, nothing was mentioned. I think the last thing I heard was that, oh guys, we're doing a preview kit. It's going to cost $3,000. That's it.
That's the last thing I saw of it was E3 last year when they
Yeah.
did that Minecraft stuff. Which
Was
all
that
very
completely
interesting,
set up
yeah.
like the the Kinect was?
Yeah.
Which was complete
I
actors
mean,
and
if you happen to have a huge room in your house, with nothing else in it, and
giant
you can
empty
put
table.
one of them special tables in the middle, then great. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, my view on the VR stuff is that I still think it's a bit gimmicky, but the HoloLens, there just doesn't seem to be much point to it at all.
Yeah.
So I just want to say hi, Flames Driving, hi, Kaj, and hi, Shishi. Kaj, we are not angry with you.
I am. I want to play No Man's Sky.
No, look, he fell asleep again. It happens.
At least he fell asleep before the podcast.
Exactly.
This time. Not during it.
There's been an update. A Sony representative confirmed to Polygon that the company will live stream the PlayStation meeting as well, and added, "We'll provide more information as it gets closer." So what are we on? We're on the 10th of August at the moment.
Yeah.
So it's not for at least another month before this PlayStation meeting happens, which is going to be happening at 3 p.m. in New York. So that is 8 p.m. here.
Mm-hmm.
So it's nice. At least we'll be able to see it. But I think it's going to be one of those things where it's, like where they announced PlayStation Sun and Moon. It's like, guys, PlayStation Sun and Moon. See you later.
PlayStation Sun and Moon.
Pokemon Sun and Moon. It was the same PlayStation. Well, it was, when they announced Pokemon Sun and Moon, where it was, guys, Pokemon Sun and Moon. See you guys later. Thank you. It's like, I remember trying to turn on, then I think I was about 5 minutes late and it had already finished. Thinking, okay, fair enough. But,
drop the bomb and leave.
Yeah, so I hope they don't do that. I think this is what I'm finding weird about it, is that even with the Scorpio itself, we haven't actually been given any firm details about the systems. Everything's just been rumours for it at the moment. The things, we expect 4K, we expect it to be a better drive, but that's what we expect with something that is going to be the 4.5 of the PlayStation world. But then, would you guys buy a PlayStation 4.5? Would you buy the Neo? If so, if you would, how much would you rather pay if that does come out? What would
I think it'll have to come out about the price of what the PlayStation 4 came out originally, about $350.
Yeah. I think that's the only way that they more than likely will win it at the moment.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, like I said, this is 7th of September. What was that? You guys can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah.
I was just sorting out them.
Yeah, some kind of weird noise.
That's your burger.
Yeah, it's my burger. It's not
Digestion.
happy.
Stomach's grumbling for those chips, man. Give me that sauce.
Well, it's like we're expecting more news from Nintendo as well during the same time. Because when's Tokyo Game Show this year?
No idea.
Give me a second.
Tokyo Game Show? What the hell? Why would that
be
in Japan?
Yeah, but no, that's where people there's rumours. That's when Nintendo's going to be showing off the NX.
All right.
Yeah. Which makes perfect sense. It's their own home expo.
Yeah.
It's not like they're going to... But then again, we've also got Gamescom coming out next week. Where... Okay, we already know that Xbox isn't going to be doing a press conference, but they said they have got things that they're going to be talking about. Now we know PlayStation aren't going to be announcing the Neo there. This might be the perfect opportunity for Nintendo probably to steal the limelight.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they won't.
Of course they won't, because it's Nintendo.
They'll probably do it sort of like, an hour after Sony have done theirs.
Kaj is saying, is anyone else starting to feel lonely in No Man's Sky? I want to explore with others, but I don't see any way to make that happen. Well, there has been a story about that already. That people have already tried to meet in the same coordinates in No Man's Sky. And they've managed to do that, but it seems that you cannot actually see each other in the game.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah.
So I don't know if this might be coming in the future, because I've heard they are updating the game as it goes along.
We'll have to wait and see. I mean, they've always made a point of saying that there isn't strictly a multiplayer element to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's the fact they have said there is the possibility of meeting up.
But then again,
doesn't seem like there is at the moment. There's supposed to be the possibility, but it's a long shot. You know?
But then again, would you want that?
No, because I might find an animal before me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I for me.
Yeah, I don't want someone naming.
I've got other. I'm quite happy at the moment. I don't really see the need to be with other people on it at the moment, but I've got other games.
It'd be nice to meet up with just one other person. I think if you've seen loads of people flying around, it would get a bit of a
you can technically see other ships flying around, but that's the one thing. When I went into the space station first time, other ships started appearing. I'm thinking, what the hell is going on here? they're not. They're just NPCs.
Yeah, NPCs, yeah.
I know. I'm looking at them thinking.
Yeah.
So wait, you've got these guys here who I still can't communicate with. But there's no other person. And I think, yeah, that's how it works. I think, oh, fair enough then. Yeah, just stick with what you're doing then. Yeah, so like I said, No Man's Sky it will look better on Neo more than likely because I expect it to. We are expecting to hear about Neo on the 7th of September. We have more than likely going to be getting a date for that then. So we'll see what happens. Moving on. So there's one game that I love from last generation. So much that I'm happy that they have announced that they are going to be making a remastered version of it, and that is Dead Rising. I think it was one of the best. I would easily say it's one of the best games that came out on as an exclusive on the 360.
Yeah.
So we know that they are doing a remaster. We know that the games that are going to be included in that is the first one, the second one, and the second one, but with what's his
Frank
name?
West.
Thank you, Frank West. And now we've been
Red West.
Yeah, Fred West.
That's a completely different game.
Yes, that sort of a game you want to play.
And we know that the game is going to be coming out on both the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, but now we've actually been given a date. It's going to be coming out September the 13th. So,
13th, Friday.
Is that Friday?
I don't know.
It would make sense, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Let me have a look. I really should not touch anything on this computer while it's running the podcast, should I? No, it's a Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, guys. But it's because it's marking its 10th anniversary as well. Which, how does that make you guys feel? Do you remember playing the original one?
Yep.
Same here. And now it's 10 years old.
Well, it's sort of like the Hook film is now 25 years old.
Really?
What? Yeah, like Jesus Christ.
Oh, I remember watching that when I was on
that
holidays. God's sake.
Good form. Good form there, Jimmy. Good form.
So,
Dustin Hoffman, little big man.
So the game's going to be costing. So the games you can buy separately. They will cost $15.99 each, or you can buy them all together, which is going to be around about £40. I think it's for £40, £49. So, what do you guys think? Do you think that's suitable for the price of a game that, well, be honest, is 10 years old now?
Yeah. I mean,
So it's just going to look prettier. And do you think it's a good idea when we know that the fourth one is going to be coming out Christmas?
And is that exclusive to Xbox, the fourth one?
What, the fourth one?
Yeah.
I don't think they've actually said. Is he ever going to... Wait, this is the thing. If Xbox has said this is exclusive, I doubt it. It's probably timed exclusive.
Yeah.
And then
that's the
the
one.
PlayStation will get the Game of the Year edition, which, thanks to the Xbox players, have tested it for them.
that's always the way, innit?
Yeah.
You think you're getting a bargain by getting it first. Oh, yeah, we're so good. We've got this. It's great. And then you get the better version released with the patch already on it.
The official news on it, according to this game website, is it is exclusive to Xbox, but will come to PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
When's it coming to PlayStation 4?
It doesn't say.
On the same day.
A week later.
Yeah, a week later.
Only on Xbox. That's what he said last year. And only on Xbox. E3.
No, my favourite bit is where... Oh, that's the best bit from E3, is that exclusive on Xbox and Windows.
Only on Xbox.
Jeez.
Windows, PlayStation, Nintendo.
I think you can't... I'm getting sick of that. I think... All right, what do you guys think of exclusive games, first of all? Do you think there's any reason for them nowadays? Does that make you you to a game console if there's a game that's exclusive to it?
I sort of understand, like, in-house exclusives. So, like, Halo is made by an in-house studio at Microsoft.
Yeah.
I understand them, but places like Capcom and all the other companies, there's no point now.
But then again, even when you talk about even when you talk about Microsoft exclusives nowadays, they're just console exclusive.
Yeah.
Especially now that you've got their Play Any, it Play Anywhere?
Yeah.
Which is coming out, starting with Recall, which comes out in September. What is the point of it? You got. This is what I'm finding weird, and I think Shimmy's at the same mentality when it comes to this part. Is that it's going to be it's going to cost the same amount as it's going to cost on the console, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So would people buy it? PC gamers who are used to things like Steam and that lot, buy a game just that's available only on the Windows 10 store first of all, at the same price that people are buying it on console? When more than likely they'll just wait a bit longer and it'll probably be cheaper and come out on Steam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it might not be for say Halo and Gears of War because of that, but would they will not buy a game just because of that, especially at that price when they can easily just get a game that's even better or has a mod support for an even better version of that game.
Well, that's it. If you were in work, and there's a supermarket chain to the right and a supermarket chain to the left, and they're both about the same distance, but the supermarket chain on the right has prawn sandwiches, and the supermarket chain on the left has ploughman's, and they don't have the other one. You'd go, I fancy a ploughman's.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to have ploughman's every single day because sometimes I want prawn.
Yeah.
I mean, or in fact, so I'll go the chippy. But you're not going to stick to go one just because they've got ploughman. So I always go in here. You're going to get sick of ploughmans, aren't you? So it's good to be open, and they should be on different consoles.
Yeah.
Like because different people have different friend groups, don't they? I got an Xbox because my brother's got an Xbox.
Yeah.
My sister had one, but she got rid of it, so I could play with me brother-in-law to be. But my brother's like, "Oh, get an Xbox, bro." And then, like, I know most of you guys have got Xbox as well to play on there. So
Exactly, yeah. Well, most of us have got both, yeah.
So it doesn't matter. It wasn't a so-and-so the game. It was the company that you're with.
1 minute. Hanksy?
He's run away.
No! He was a good man. I have no idea what happened to Hanksy. Sorry about that. He'll probably be back in a second. There we go.
Yeah,
Hanksy, what happened?
My Connect's on the blink.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Have you guys heard about the Xbox One S? You've got to buy a special adapter to use the Kinect.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the trouble with Microsoft. All they want is more money off you.
Yeah.
It would make sense to put it in the box, but the fact you've got to buy it outright is...
Yeah. No, they've said here that you can either, you can ask for the adapter to be sent from Microsoft. What you've got to provide is your serial number for your Xbox One S and your Kinect, and then they'll send one out to you. But you can also buy the device separately. Now, how many people are going to stop using the Kinect because of this? Well, the thing is,
I'm not even getting an S, and I might just stop using it just because of that idiocracy for the next one.
well, the question here is, does that mean that Microsoft has now fully given up on the Kinect?
Well, I think they are backing off on it, and they have been for a while.
I
think.
Well, I find it funny where we had it when we was talking about the new consoles coming out. And we had it with Microsoft saying, you'll have to have the Kinect always connected. It's always got to be connected, blah, 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 blah. Everything runs through the Kinect.
That's why it's called the Kinect, because it...
Exactly. And now we're here, 2016, they brought out a slimmer version of the Xbox, and now you've got to get a special adapter so you can just plug in the Kinect.
You can connect it, yeah.
I love how Microsoft has backtracked so much since talking about the Xbox One. And look, I love Microsoft. I love the Xbox One. I love the PlayStation, just as equal. Trying not to be biased about it, but And we try not to be biased about it, even though every time we do a yearly review of the consoles, we always completely bash the Xbox. It's their own fault. But yeah, I feel kind of sad because I do enjoy using the Kinect, especially when to turn it on and to communicate with it.
But that's the thing, though, isn't it? I mean, I like the Kinect for that reason, being able to.
But I don't see it as a game thing.
Pause and play stuff and things like that. And if I'm watching something, it's great. But I don't ever use it as part of playing a game, which was what it was supposed to be for, wasn't it?
Well, it's just
the idea was it was going to be this new immersive way of playing games, and you'd be able to play, golf games and and all these ideas they came up with originally, wasn't it? We had the Kinect Sports and all that sort of stuff, and then it's just died, hasn't it? And it is now just a way of turning your Xbox on and off and pause and stuff.
Well, it's shite, what it is, really.
Well, it's not just that. They've just done an update. Well, everyone's now got the new update. Katana's now part of the Xbox One dashboard.
Yeah.
Which is a lot better than what it was. Isn't Kinect RIP rip in pepperonis? Lack of development of games for it due to the focus on VR. Hopefully not the next Kinect, aka failed longevity due to lack of support and tech.
Rest in pepperonis.
Rest in pepperonis.
That's what it is. Rest in Prince, sweet Prince.
Oh. Well, I think, that's the problem with it. People started to give up on development of games for the Kinect. I think now that they said that, you don't have to include this in it anymore, everyone dropped it.
Yeah.
I think it's like when they do these games, and they bring out all this tech, all the expense, and a lot of people hype it up, and then you look, and then there's a little indie developer who's just made a shitload of money making like a pixelated game, and you're thinking,
they're doing so much better.
That's more popular. Why are we wasting all this time, money, and effort for a gimmicky thing that's like not going to last, like Minecraft?
Well,
you know what I mean, it's just a bit. No Man's Sky now. It's basically a game showing off an engine they've created, and it's all this. You don't need any VR for it. You don't need any 4K monitors. You don't need Kinects for it. You don't even need multiplayer.
No. Well, that's the thing. This is going back. We keep going back to No Man's Sky this week. It's their own engine, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, look, I'm happy they've done well. I think everyone knows they're going to be top of the charts next week.
Yeah.
And I think, like I said, last thing we're going to say about this, I recommend if you guys are thinking about buying No Man's Sky, stop thinking and just go and get the game. Because it is a really good game. Even from just the beginning, what we've played at the moment, you are going to enjoy. You are going to get how many hours worth just in the first part of the game.
Yeah.
It's Minecraft.
Is it going to get tedious though?
No, because you just go to a new planet and there's new things on there.
Are all the animals kind of the same?
No,
features?
because they are quite random. I think the only thing that I had funny with New Wales was, which is one of the islands that I've named, because it looks like valleys. Okay?
Was that a load of sheep in the field?
Surprisingly no sheep, but there's Big Bird, who is now going to give me bloody nightmares.
There was a big bird, so it's definitely from down the valleys.
Oh my god! It looks like what happens when you combine an elephant with a toucan, and then it works on its hind legs. Oh my god! I don't want to go back to that horrible nightmare. I'm never going back to New Wales just because of that thing.
The question is, how are you finding naming things? Because I
found it's the difficult part is naming them.
Yep, I had one that looked like I found one that looked like a newt with zebra stripes with fluffy green feet. So I called it moth-footed newt zebra. So what do I call it? So that's what I called it.
No, my idea of it was that I've named the planet and I saw something that looked like a dog, and I thought, what am I going to name this dog? I'm going to call it a Welsh Corgi. There we go.
Like what Chris Walker, is it Chris Walker, Paul Walker from What's it called? Catchphrase. Say what you see. If you see it, say it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's simply how you do it. That's how it...
Paul Walker's the guy from Fast and Furious.
His last name was Walker, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Walker. Yeah.
Des Walker.
That's it, Des Walker.
Des Walker.
Dennis. Yeah. I know who you're on about.
Catchphrase.
Isn't that back again, by the way?
Yeah, but it didn't have. It's just not the same, is it?
No, because the
Mr.
contestants
Chips.
are absolute morons.
Roy
Paul
Walker.
Walker's catchphrase was
Roy Walker.
Look
Roy
out for that
Walker.
lamppost, wasn't it? Roy Walker. Yeah. Now Paul Walker's catchphrase was "Look out for that."
No.
George of the Jungle. Watch out for that tree.
I'm thinking of ties past.
Anyway, going back to what we was on about connecting that lot, we have got some sad news about a company that have been working on the last couple of games were working with the Connect stuff.
Some Zelda.
But you guys might remember what this studio is. So it's a UK studio called Relentless Software. They are best known for its work on. Do you remember a game called Buzz on the PlayStation?
Yeah.
That's what they're best known for.
With the questions that you got.
Yeah, with the questions with the what's it called? The host, which looked like a Muppet.
Like Roy Walker.
But yeah, so they've ended
Good,
up having
but
to
it's not
close.
great.
Yeah, they ended up closing their studios after 13 years, which I do feel sorry for you. But it's sad to read when a studio does close down, especially when earlier this year that they announced plans to open up a new studio in Wales. Yeah, that's what happened.
Shut down
Foot in
now.
the grave.
Yeah. But yeah, they made other games. They made games for the Connect Fun Labs, Connect Natural Geography TV, and they also had their own self-published title called Blue Toad Murder Files.
Blue Toad.
Yeah, you laugh. I remember that game. That was actually a quite good game because it was during the time where you had Professor Layton and stuff like that, which was the big games.
Yeah, I like that.
Which we didn't actually talk about last week, but talking about Professor Layton, they have announced a new series which is going to be coming out on the 3DS of Professor Layton games. This time we're going to be following Layton's daughter.
So that's what I'm all about, following the... Yeah.
No, not like that!
Oh, right.
Like stalking. Hanging around outside the house.
When's Professor Layton going to bed?
Well,
I'll be outside the old barn at 6.
either way, so they are bringing out, it's called, I don't want to say the title because I know what Shimmy's like at the moment. I'm following her. Thanks, Adam. Yeah, the game is supposed to be coming out next year in Japan, but they have announced that it is going to be coming out in America later next year, so expect it to be around about the same time for Europe. I think the only problem with the Layton games is that because they've got to change some of the puzzles so it more symbolises the country it's being released in.
Yeah.
It does take a little bit longer because there's some that Japanese people will understand better. There's some that American people will understand better.
Yeah, the Japanese one have all been Japanese. You don't know what the fuck you're trying to solve.
Yeah, you're playing it and think, all right, look, I've been back playing the old Professor Layton games. The last one that was on the 3DS. And there's some of them I'm looking at thinking, sure, that's why it's right. Okay, yeah, that's I guess why it's right. It's right. I'm just going to step away from it. It's right.
Who are you to question the
Don't question the results.
teachings
It's
of
done.
Professor Layton?
Yeah,
And his
don't question
daughter.
it. It's done. Question's done. Yeah. So sorry for you guys at Relentless. I hope you guys find new areas that you can work in. And
Don't forget your local McDonald's will probably be taken on.
Fuck off, mate. That's mean.
Just saying, it's a very small market, isn't it? Really, it's
What, McDonald's? No, it's not.
not game.
Yeah, no, yeah, I
developing.
love that. So we made a game, McDonald's. No, that's just cruel.
Maybe they could get a gig on.
You probably
start
got
a catchphrase with buzz controllers.
I would love that. No, seriously, I would love that. Who would not want to see a catchphrase where you've actually got to use the buzz controllers?
Be good, but then like they make the game, it'll flop. They close the studio down, and the boss will come down and say, "Listen, lads, I've got to close. It's good, but it's not right." They say, "But where are we supposed to go?" I said, "I don't know. Just say what you see. If you see it, say it, and apply."
No, stop right now. No more.
Tag Ronald McDonald.
No.
Mr. Chips has got a new joke.
Mr. Chips, make mine a large.
Hey, Blizzard is hiring, long hiring page. Though you've got to move to Bay Area, California, or Chicago. Yeah, who really wants to move to Chicago?
Wales. Chicago's nice.
California's alright if you, if you like sun 24/7.
Sounds awful.
No, it's a horrible thing.
Sun.
I don't know how Americans can handle it. We've had enough of it, and then we've been told that there's going to be a heat wave next week.
Oh, I hope so.
God's
I like
sake.
it.
I'll get the sun
I
cream
like
out,
the sun.
baby oil.
I don't. It's horrible.
It's great.
It burns people.
Well, don't go out in it.
I just got a message. There's an article that's just popped up on Polygon. So there's a massive Pokemon fan game now up for download after 9 years of development called Pokemon Uranium. So
It's been out a while, hasn't it?
no, now it's officially you can now download it.
All right.
Yeah, so there are countless unofficial Pokemon games out there, from hatch ROMs to entirely original works, but version 1.0 of Pokemon Uranium, released for Windows PC earlier this week, may be among the most ambitious. The free game has been in various stages of development for more than 9 years, its creator says, making the August 6th launch a major milestone for the full-length original Pokemon adventure. So what's this? Is it pretty much all the... Oh, please let it be all the areas.
No, it's different Pokemon and it's just made up.
Is it?
Completely made up, yeah.
How long do you think it's going to take until Nintendo tells them to pull it down?
No. I've been playing one called Pokemon Z.
Oh, yeah.
Did I tell you which is Dragon Ball Z, but in Pokemon setting? So
What
instead
happened?
of
Oh, shit,
Pokeballs,
I
you
caught
have
another
capsules.
Krillin.
The three starter Pokemon is Gohan, Goku, and Vegeta. And you build up your team of fighters, and instead of evolving, you
quick
just
question.
get Super Saiyan powers and transform.
Which one's the Bulbasaur out of that team? I'm thinking Gohan.
It's hard to know because they don't have like stats. It's like there's only one water-based character who can do surf, which is like an Aquaman type.
Aquaman's in the game.
That'd be good.
It's an Aquaman, not an Aquaman.
I wondered what he was doing. Had a short skin, and that's it.
They're all like fighting type, apart from one who's a water type. They all just punch.
So in
kick,
other words,
and
it's
power up.
just a fighting game.
Well, yeah, it's Pokemon. It's Pokemon Fire Red, which has been modded. It's quite funny, even though some of the back sprites are terrible.
Yeah.
I've been done on Microsoft Paint or something. But it's good, like to get like a little freezer and then evolve him. Get him to like level 50 where he's in his full.
Like a chest freezer.
Yeah, chest freezer. The American fridge freezer, get the ice from the middle and all that.
What was I looking for? I was looking for something that was... What was it? Oh, yeah, another story that we could talk about. Rocket League. We haven't had any Rocket League news for quite a while, have we?
Mm-hmm.
No.
No.
Well, there is going to be a new update coming in September, and we've already got an idea of some of it, which is going to be coming out. They're going to be bringing power-ups into the game.
Like Dragon Ball Z power-ups.
Sort of like that. So what it is that it's the new mode is called Rumble, and there is going to be 11 power-ups that you can use in the game when the full list loads up. Oh, here we go. So the power-ups we've got is the boot, which kicks opponents' cars. Disruptor, which forces the opponent to drive uncontrollably. Freezer, which freezes the ball in place.
Freezer, yeah.
Yeah.
Freezy buff.
Grappling hook, which pulls you towards the ball. Haymaker that punches the ball. Magnetizer that attracts the ball to your car. Plunger that grabs the ball via plunger and cord. Power hitter, which hits everything harder. Spike that attaches the ball to your car when you bump into it. Swapper, which changes positions on the field with your opponent. And Tornado that sweep up the ball and cars into a giant funnel cloud.
There's no banana. Ugh.
No banana, sorry.
No turtle shells.
No turtle shells. But they've said that this is just a small part which is going to be coming out a big update with Rocket League. So, what do you guys think? Look, I love Rocket League because they do seem to keep updating it as much as they possibly can. The thing is, what have we had from them so far, apart from the actual football game of it? We've had hockey, we've had basketball.
Mm-hmm.
How do you play basketball?
I can't hear you guys for some weird reason.
Can't hear me now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know why, because I just turned myself down by accident.
Yeah, that'll do it.
That's what happens when you have the little switch just there.
Okay, everyone, let's all call him a knobhead while he can't hear us.
So Adam's asked, how much are these power-ups going to cost us? Nothing.
Freebies.
It's free. Yeah, it's an update. So it's going to be a new mode which is going to be coming into Rocket League. You know, like when the modder stuff came through? The mutator stuff that came through, where you could change the ball and that lot. Well, this time it's going to be having power-ups, which included. So my question here is, do you think we're going to also see a chance of PlayStation 4, Xbox One cross-play, like we already have with the PC and the consoles?
I don't know.
Yeah, nice. Yeah.
I reckon it should be done. It's been done years ago. I don't know why they just.
Well, the thing is,
stopped doing it.
The thing is, they have the ability to already do it. They've got it ready. They just need the get-go from Sony saying that, yeah, I'm all right with this. It's Sony that is stopping this from happening, which I'm surprised because I thought it would have been Microsoft, not Sony.
Yeah.
Thanks. Thanks, Shimmy.
I meant like the co-hosts, not you, mate.
Thanks. But, and like I said, this is just part of a much larger update. It's definitely making me want to play it again. Just to have a go of these power-ups and see how it goes.
I've not played it yet, so got it, but I've not played it. I got it because me brother's Xbox is linked to mine, so whatever he buys, I get.
Which I found funny. Wasn't Rocket League one of our games of the year last year?
Yeah, but it's not the game of this year, is it?
No, because it's on. Well, it can't be the game of this year. That's the rules.
Even though it's got power-up updates.
Yeah, but it doesn't.
I haven't played it. It's on the PlayStation, to be honest, until today with No Man's Sky.
You haven't touched your PlayStation
in months, really. So.
I think the last time I touched my PlayStation was when we did.
You nearly said penis then.
No, I did not say
I
penis.
I don't care what you say. You nearly said you stuttered on the P.
He's touching that right now.
Last time I touched my PlayStation.
No, the last time I played the PlayStation was when we did the what's it called? WWE Predicts for Battlegrounds. That's the last time I actually touched it. But then again, it's made. Why do we keep going back to this game? Stop making us going back to this game. This is what happened. This is how Pokemon Go took over 3 weeks. I'm trying to avoid saying it because there has been an update with that as well. But I'm not going to talk about it because we're going to end up talking about it.
Yeah, let's talk about Pokemon Go.
Oh, fuck, let's talk about Pokemon Go.
I've got Sea King.
You've got a Sea King. I have enough now to level up my Squirtle to a Wartortle.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've got a Squirtle,
That's really good.
But yeah, if people don't know, there has been another update for Pokemon Go, and it is something that has been really needed. So the last time we talked about it, they had taken off the tracking system with the nearby stuff to a point that they made it so that PokeVision and other third-party tracking apps for the Pokemon Go game doesn't work anymore.
Mm-hmm. They've added grass.
Yeah, so, no, they've added more than grass. So what has happened is that now this is just in beta at the moment, so it's not available for all Pokemon Go players at the moment. But so if there's a Pokemon near a Pokestop, it will show the picture of the Pokestop next to it. Also, if you click on that Pokemon when it's got the picture next to it, it will show you on your map where it not where the Pokemon is, but in what vicinity area it will be in. Which is, I'm happy.
How big would the vicinity be? Has it shown you an example of that?
They have shown us as an example of it. So, for example, like, you've got the, say this is the size of the usual space for a Pokestop.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say the vicinity would be around about that size. It will show you.
So it's pretty much pinpointing it then, because your circumference.
Yeah. The only problem with that is it will only show it if it's near a Pokestop. Mm-hmm. So, if, for example, like us, where we're in a more suburban area type of thing, where we don't have that many Pokestops there, it will show the grass image, which is classed as the Pokemon's in the wild. Which that means you have to go and find that Pokemon. It will not tell you where about that Pokemon is.
Yeah.
Just say
so we're no better
nearby.
off, really, from our point of view.
On our point of view, yeah, we're no better off. But it's nice when you go into areas where for example, cities where you expect to see more Pokemon anyway.
Mm-hmm. It's the more network traffic, isn't it?
Exactly, yeah. That's how it works. It's more more mobile usage, the more Pokemon will show up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's nice that they are trying to do it, and it's nice that they have now started to realise that they've got to communicate better with the people who are playing the game.
Well, communicate at all would be good, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I think that's what a lot of people got
been very bad.
Really pissed off with, was the fact that we're taking this off, we're taking this off, and we're stopping these guys from using it. Thinking, why? Why are you doing this? It was a good thing. Most of us were using this.
Well, I was like when I took the power save off for no apparent reason.
Yeah, and by the way, that's back.
That's back, yeah.
That's back now,
That's
yeah.
part of the update.
That's
no apparent reason.
Yeah,
disappeared.
That's what I think. They did the update, and you're looking thinking, you do know that most of us were using this for a reason, because we can't play the game, and you haven't brought out that stupid little device that lets us find the Pokemon while we're walking around with our phone off.
Yeah.
And now you've told us that's not coming out until September. And you're not going to be able to get one because all pre-orders have been taken up already. If you want one, it's going to cost you £1,000 and it's going to be on eBay. Oh yeah, that's another thing. They've also put it that if you are moving too fast in the game, it will pop up a message that stops you from playing the game.
Yeah.
Because it will ask, "Are you driving?"
I just
It doesn't really
mate,
stop you. It doesn't stop. All it does is it pops up on the screen.
You can't
and it's
touch
just
anything.
Like,
And it says,
click here. It
it's
just says
I
click
am a
here
passenger.
if you're the passenger, which you do, and then you're fine.
So
Yeah, my phone's over on the passenger seat.
Yes, what was that? Sorry, Paul.
It's sort of distraction more. So
Yes,
it's like, oh crap, I need to press this now. Just how I'm not driving.
Yeah, 1 minute, officer. I've just found the Bulbasaur.
Because what I do is I give my phone to my daughter, who sets us out in the car.
Yeah.
I say, right, if I do the spinny things, which is the Pokestops, and I say, if there's anything that we need, click on it and then I'll catch it.
Yeah.
I went on it and she went, Dad, what's this? And it said about the passenger. And she flicked up next thing, she's spending all my goddamn Stardust on a level 57 Oddish. I went, get the fucking phone, like that, swerving all over the place.
So how powerful is that Oddish now?
It's like a 75 now from a 58, and it cost me like 10,000 for the Pokedust.
Right, quick question, guys. Most powerful Pokemon at the moment? We might as well do this every week.
1,200. That one. Oh, where's the camera?
Over it.
You can't see.
No, this way a bit. Stop. Oh, it's a Vaporeon. It is 1,200 and what?
1,283.
Right. Shimmy, what about you, mate?
What?
Pokemon.
Mine's a Vaporeon. It's about roughly the same as Hanksy's, maybe about 50 less.
Paul, have you been playing?
No.
Ah, Paul.
My highest caught Pokemon was that Sea King at 550. That's the one that I've just caught completely on its own without anything.
I think if you can see mine.
Not
No,
bad.
that's quite nice.
Yeah, little Pyro.
What do you name him?
Yeah, I named it Pyro.
Mine's called Brian.
I've got a Magnemite called Martin, and do you know why I've called it Martin? Because I found it at home.
Heavenly's got a hypno called Darren Brown.
Darren Brown.
The reason I called mine Martin was because it popped up in the middle of our living room. I saw it. My brother didn't see it. So I caught it, and he still couldn't see it. So I said, you know what I'm going to do? Just because I'm a bit of a dick, I'm going to call it Martin, and it's now stuck there.
Martin.
It's Martin, yeah. So I'm going to have a Magneton called Martin, which is going to be super powerful one day.
Going to be like Mewtwo, some crazy shit.
Yeah. But I can't believe it's been about a month already with Pokemon.
I've noticed a lot of casuals have stopped playing it though.
But then again, that's usually how it happens. It's something that is extremely hyped, and then. Yeah, but now it's just the people who actually enjoy playing games are now just playing it.
Yeah. You can't see, but the grass, like when you're on the nearby, there's little.
Well, like a little grass area behind it now.
Yeah, but then if you look at a Magikarp, it's in the grass.
Yeah, exactly. That's the one thing. That's the one thing I want to see you guys do. I want to see them. If it's near a stream, put a picture of a stream next to it. I don't expect to see a Magikarp splashing near some grass.
They do need to introduce some more purpose to it.
Yes, I agree.
I think.
Well, they are going.
I think
they
you
are
are right. I
planning
think
to. But
we
I
are
think,
seeing people dropping off and playing it.
But then again, would it happen that people start dropping off? They'll bring that big update, which brings in breeding and battling, and then you're going to have the people come back again.
Bless you.
Yeah.
Breeding,
though. I want to trade, not breed. Yeah, again, breeding will be good because any way to get more rare candies.
Yeah, that too.
I want eggs, just because I haven't got enough incubators to incubate all the eggs. I've got that many eggs, 9 out of 9. I've never had less than.
I'm happy you're easily finding eggs. I'm struggling now.
I haven't found any eggs for weeks, and then I think today I found 2 in different Pokestops. Both 5K as well. So.
The place where I go climbing, that is a Pokestop. So every 5 minutes I just get it out and spin it. Get a load of shit.
Yeah, we've actually got a Pokestop at work and a gym.
Oh yeah, you're laughing then, yeah.
Right, it's right next to the Costa as well. So
I wonder how many people learned that's how you spell gym thanks to Pokemon. That's how I've learned.
Yeah, I've changed my coffee shop at work. I don't go to the one downstairs now.
Because it doesn't have a gym
across the road because it's got the gym next to it.
When the gym that I found that I was in charge of for 2 days, it got taken over and by the bloody Mystic team, and there's now 1,000 plus. There's the leader's got like a 1,600 CP Lapras. And I whittled it down, but I was there for about half an hour, and I couldn't stay any longer trying to get it down so I could kick him out again. But it was taking ages with so many potions and revives being used. I was like literally relying on like level 500 Pidgeys just to be the 6th man, just trying to do a bit of damage. I was like,
throwing Pidgeys at it.
Yeah, just throwing Pidgeys at it, trying to take it out. My Vaporeon's not very effective against the ice, you see.
I've got a question. How the hell did Dub get red writing? In chat.
You can change it.
Can you?
He's wondering if you also hate what? Oh, Mystic is Master Race. Mystic's not the Master Race.
No, he's not. Instinct's the best race. Do you know how? There's a picture on. There's a what? There's a picture on Imager that makes perfect sense of why Instinct is the best team ever. Because we can flip a bottle, and that's all we have to do, and everyone is happy.
Instinct.
We don't have to do a stupid conversation.
Anyway,
Zapdos is the best legendary out of the original trio.
Yeah, exactly.
In stats and moves.
Plus, what's more dangerous? A guy that makes things colder, a guy that makes things hotter, or a guy who can zap you?
Yeah. Set my phases from stun to kill.
Anyway, guys, I think it's time we did a few updates and the usual bits that we usually do at the end. So, we are going to first start with... if anything... Oh, yeah. So, 2K Sports scores a partial victory in bizarre tattoo copyright lawsuit. I think we spoke about this a couple of months back, where 2K was being sued because there was certain tattoos on basketball players in their game.
Oh, yeah.
The actual tattooist said that it's copyrighted under him. So,
Yeah, but has he really copyrighted it, or has he seen it, then copyrighted it himself, and then gone back and said, "Hey, that's my design"?
I have no idea. Either way, 2K wins.
Yeah.
Darkest Dungeon is going to be coming to PlayStation 4 and Vita this September. Really?
It was a good game, but apparently it's had a lot of negativity at the moment because of all the recent updates. Have just dumbed it down, and it's not good anymore.
We're not wimps. Where were we? Sorry. Disney 16-bit classic Aladdin, The Lion King, and The Jungle Book hit good old GOG.com. Okay.
Hey. What?
Moving on.
I don't know. Oh, here's one that we hadn't actually spoke about, which might be actually deserving more news about it. So, Nintendo NX, we have an idea that the game console is going to be coming out in March, right? We say early next year.
Yeah.
So, there is rumours that in the first 6 months, they'll be getting a Zelda game, which we already know about, a Mario game, which we expect, or a Pokemon game made by Game Freaks is also been rumored to be coming out in the first 6 months. Now, if people don't say, yeah, there's already been Pokemon games that have come out on consoles beforehand. Those ones were not made by Game Freak. Game Freak only makes the handheld full games that we all know and love.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see what they do here. If it's going to be a port over, which I hope not, I don't want something like that to happen, or if it's going to be what people think is going to be the second of the Sun and Moon one, Eclipse, coming over to console. Which makes sense, because if they say 6 months, the game console comes out in March, April, you're saying September, October, it makes perfect sense.
Console as in
NX.
Nintendo's got NX.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's what would make me buy an NX. If there's a full Pokemon game coming out on a high definition console, that will make me buy that console.
I don't know though, 'cause for me, Pokemon is a handheld game.
That's Pocket Monsters, isn't it? You can play it, catch your coat in your pocket.
You're right, Hanksy.
Yeah, so
Is that a raft that's just spawned?
But
if the Wii was anything to go by, they've only announced these 3 games, so they're probably the only 3 games that are going to be out in the next 6 months.
yeah, that's probably it. So we know one of them already. They can already predict this gun. Do you know what would make... there's one person who would be extremely happy if they just announced that they're going to be bringing a Metroid game onto there. And then just to completely make him lose the plot, they're going to be announcing it's the game that's already come out on the 3DS. The one that's got the little characters. He would lose his shit, wouldn't he? We're on about Billy here.
Yeah, he would lose his shit.
Just give me a goddamn Metroid game with Samus back. Indigo Prophecy, also known as Fahrenheit here in the UK, has headed to PlayStation 4 this week.
Yep, today.
Yeah, came out today. So I remember that. So if people don't know what that is, it's from Quantic Dream,
Yep.
who made Heavy Rain Beyond Two Souls and making, what is it called, Detroit?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which is supposed to be coming out, is it this year or next year? They haven't given us a date for it.
Haven't given it a date, no, they've just given us a trailer.
I reckon it'll be next year.
Yeah. So if you guys actually want to play the original game that's pretty much put Quantic Dream on the map, go and play that game. I can recommend it. It's a really good game. Yeah.
If No Man's Sky wasn't out, I would have bought it.
Yeah, same here. Bad timing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, nothing's really coming out. Let's bring it out on the Wednesday. What do you mean No Man's Sky's coming out on a Wednesday?
It's coming out on a Wednesday. Nobody brings a game out on a Wednesday.
And then we'll get 2. Overwatch has topped 15 million players now. Also, if you don't use Lucia...
Don't use lube, yeah. If you don't use lube.
No, if you don't use... Is it Lucia or something like that? I don't remember the guy's name.
A little public health announcement there from GD.
Please use lube. Do it with the bar.
What are you saying about Overwatch players?
Remember, if you're playing Overwatch, please use lube.
Remember to use lube.
You can sort of turn and do like a little tracer wink.
1 second. Shimmy. I can see the chat.
Just having pants.
Where was it? Oh, it's going to be already on the other page. Perfect. Yeah, so if you don't use Lucio in the new Lucio Ball, which is available on Overwatch, they have said that you will be facing a ban from the game because they count it as it's exploiting a bug in the game. So, yeah, that's a warning to people who are playing that game, I guess.
That's sort of like Overwatch meets Rocket League.
Yeah, that's why it looks like. They thought, what we're doing? Well, the Olympics are on. Let's give them some bunch of stuff. I love the best thing. I don't know if this is true or not, and this is going to lead to a pervy thing that Heavenly have said about me before. But do you remember the controversy with Tracer, where one of her moves shown her pretty much her ass showing facing us, to a point that they ended up changing the pose.
Change the pose?
Yeah, they ended up changing the pose because of it.
What?
Something else. I don't know what it was. Well, this new costume, and I don't know why I'm saying this, because now it's clicking through my head. It's sounding even more pervier. But it's, you know what? I'm going to stop, because it's reaching a point I'm thinking...
Just stop there.
Yeah, it's probably too pervy.
There's nothing you can say to make anything better.
Let's just say fong. That's it. So, yeah, now I'm thinking in my head, that was a bad idea. Where was I? I have completely lost the track of what we was on about. Either way, yeah, well done Overwatch, 15 million. That's quite a good landmark for you guys. For a game which is highly popular anyway. I think it's definitely one of the games that people are thinking is a game of the year. Especially multiplayer game of the year.
Yeah, multiplayer.
Multiplayer, yeah. It's not a game of the year though.
Well, it's going to be. I've got a feeling it's going to be in the list.
It'll be on the list possibly, but there's been a lot of better games out there, all-round games for
Oh, Twitch is going to be going after Pokemon Go cheaters. So people know about the bots that so you can actually just sit down and go to different areas. Well, if you do that on Twitch, they will ban you.
Good. About time they banned them, little wankers.
Yeah.
Twitch streaming it as well. How stupid can you get?
I know, that is the dumbest thing ever. Right, I'm doing something that we know is not right.
Against the rules, and I'm going to show everybody.
I'm going to just stream it on Twitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a clever idea. Well done for you. This isn't gaming related, but I just want to ask you guys: have any of you guys seen Suicide Squad yet?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Heavenly absolutely loved it. I wasn't as bought by it.
So,
you didn't think it was bad?
Well, everyone else does.
Bad. I didn't think it was good. I didn't think it was as good as, shall we say, the Marvel films.
Well, I think the movie would.
I've got to admit, Heavenly really likes DC. I like Marvel.
I like Marvel.
And I tend to possibly be a bit overcritical, but I wasn't really.
So would you say it would have been better if there was a bit more Jared Leto in the movie?
Possibly. I mean, the problem was there was a lot cut out.
Yeah, mainly his stuff.
Yeah, but also, I mean, that was a problem. There was too much in there. Again, same as Batman's versus Superman. Far too much.
Wait, how many Batmans?
Eh?
Batman's versus Superman.
Batman's
so many
versus Superman, yeah. Have you not seen that one?
Yeah, it's about it's all the Batmans and just one Superman. Superman still wins.
Yeah. So, I mean, there was I think again just too much packed in, and it was like there was stuff that just didn't make sense. I mean, for instance, until towards the end of the film, it wasn't particularly obvious what the baddie in the film was actually trying to do. You know, she was making a machine, but at no point did they explain what the machine was about until, about 10 minutes before the end of the film. So it's just, I think DC once again trying to pack too much stuff into their films. No. But then, as I say, we do know that it was about 30 minutes that's been cut out of it, don't we? So maybe when we see the director's cut, it'll make more sense.
Did you see that someone suing Warner Bros. And DC because the Joker parts from the trailer weren't in the movie, and they said I travelled.
Yeah, that's so why I was reading.
It's just stupid, isn't it?
So we show it in the trailer. Yeah. It's not in the movie. Mm-hmm. So you're just telling me the trailer that you're showing there is an absolute lie?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah. Okay. We're going back to Marvel because they know how to do this right. Thank you.
I mean, I don't think they're not necessarily bad films that are getting made. They're just because you've got both the same genre, but one's already got his formula fixed up, like we mentioned off screen before.
Yeah.
Marvel's got the formula. DC have put a different spin on it, and it's just people are expecting Marvel films now.
I think I think a lot of people are upset with Suicide Squad as well. Is that they tried to put too many characters in it. Now you can say they did it with Avengers and Civil War, but you got to remember they had their own single films beforehand that built the characters
up to that.
Yeah. With Suicide Squad, they didn't have that. They pretty much Yeah.
Which is what Marvel, which is what DC keep doing. It's what DC keep doing.
Yeah.
And this is the problem. There's no enough backstory. I mean, it was like, so I don't want to spoil anything for anybody, but there's a point where there's a guy who suddenly turns up, and there's no backstory whatsoever for him. Everyone else, we've seen their backstory. This guy turns up, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, this guy's here, and he can do this. And I thought, well, he's obviously going to die. And then 5 minutes later,
he's dead.
He's dead. And you think, well, that's,
So the guy who's obviously going to die, he's going to die.
Yeah. If he was in Star Trek, he would have been in red.
What was the point in him then?
There was a point. I don't want to spoil it for anyone who hasn't seen it, but there was a point for him. But it just seemed it was so obvious he'd been just put into this film to die to demonstrate something. It was just so I just think it's just a bit confused.
Right.
I don't know. It wasn't. It's very dark in places, and in other places it's trying to be all jokey, and it's like, well, no, you need to choose.
I think what they were trying to do, they were trying to get on the same magic with Deadpool. But do you know what? If you wanted to do the same magic, you should have done a movie that wasn't PG-13.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No.
Anyway, moving back onto gaming. I was on about earlier about Microsoft and Xbox games being on Windows 10 still. Well, one of the first games that did that was Quantum Break, which got slammed because of it. Well, Quantum Break PC is going in Steam and retail release, and at a new $40 price starting from today. So, if you guys want to play Quantum Break and it's going to work, go and buy it now on Steam. Quantum Break, yes.
Penis, lube, and rape all mis-slips.
Yes, God, that would make a completely different story.
I bet it's because he's staring at that half-eaten burger, or did you finish it?
No, it's still there. Right, so, yeah, I think that's pretty much all the game news stories for this week. Just having a quick check on craveyourgame.wordpress.com, just in case I've missed anything. You guys got anything you want to add?
No.
No, basically, No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky? Yeah. Wait, whoa. Oh, wait.
No Man's Penis.
What the hell is happening in chat?
That's it. He's abusing his magical red writing again.
God damn it, I want that magical red writing. Oh, that's why I pressed the wrong thing. Yeah, it's been mainly No Man's Sky news, and you know what? I think for a game which was actually hyped up, I think this game deserved it.
Yeah, I was a bit worried about the hype and that. I thought, was it going to live up to it? So far, it is.
Yeah. So, good luck.
No Man's Pie.
Just
but I think the difference with this was the hype didn't come from the studio, did it? The hype came from
gamers.
Fans hyping it up. You know, this wasn't. You know,
Is that a dig at Peter Molyneux?
Wasn't Watch Dogs, was it? Where it was just hyped up by Ubisoft, and it came out and it was a disappointment. This was hyped up by the.
This is hyped up by the fans. But then again, all they've been shown is game footage, which is what you should be doing. And the game footage that they shown us a couple of years ago, and what we've played now, it looks the same. And I'm happy it's looked the same. The thing is, we understand why there was a setback because of I'm happy this game managed to come out after the flooding. So I give them all the dues. They've done brilliantly with this, and I can't wait to see what Hello Games do. And I'm hoping it's not a one-hit wonder with them, because if this is something like that, I see him being an indie studio, but I see him following in the footsteps of what's it called? Is it the Chinese Room who do Journey and stuff like that?
Don't stop.
No, not the music Journey, the game Journey.
That was Foreigner anyway, so.
They're English.
Were they?
Yes.
No, that's the band Foreigner that did Don't Stop Believing, isn't it?
I don't know.
No, Journey did Don't Stop Believing, didn't they?
What did Foreigner? Oh, Foreigner did I Wanna Know What Love Is.
Yeah.
Okay, can we stop with the music, please? And let me. All right. So the UK game charts, guys. So.
We've won another medal.
Which one?
We got a bronze in the gymnastics.
Ooh.
Max Whitlock.
Yay.
Good.
Oh, do it. Oh, so like in Oh, okay. I want to try that. Sorry, I've just been distracted by something in chat. Yay! Yay! Purple writing. Sorry.
Right. Charts.
So charts. Grand Theft Auto 5 returns to the top of the charts for the first time since March 2015. Having been on charts over 150 weeks, it's the 9th #1 crown for the Take-Two title. It's a close-run fight for the top spot this week, with Uncharted 4: Thief's End making a late surge for the crown, although it remains at number 2 by just a handful of sales. I just realised I'm logging on the camera. There we go. So GTA 5 returns to the top, and the 5-week run of LEGO Star Wars: The Force Awakens, which had been set to break the record for chart-topping Lego,
Topping the charts.
For chart-topping Lego titles, but instead drops to number 3. Overwatch moves up a place to number 4, while outside the top 10, Tom Clancy's The Division climbs 10 spaces to number 11.
Yeah, Van.
Thanks. It's another quiet week with No Man's Sky not scheduled to arrive until Wednesday. Well, it's out now. However, elsewhere in the top 20, some notable climbers come in the form of EA Sports UFC 2 and Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege. Both titles continue their week-on-week climb up to number 15 and 16, respectively. So,
but Rainbow Six has been on. It was on offer last week, so that will help.
Hi, Mitch. Yeah. Well, that's the thing.
Seems
Most
like
of them would be. There wasn't that many games that came out last week anyway, was there?
And Rainbow Six was up. There was 50% off. You could buy it for £15.
Yeah.
Off the
So
Xbox
anyway,
store.
Yeah. So down one place to number 5 is FIFA 16. Up 1 to number 4 is Overwatch. Down 2 to number 3 is Lego Star Wars: The Force Awakens. Still at number 2 is Uncharted 4: Thief's End, and up 2 to number 1 is Grand Theft Auto 5. I'm more surprised. It's been 150 weeks. It's been in the top of the charts. In the chart, at least in the top 5, top 6 now.
Yeah.
So I'm not surprised as much because Grand Theft Auto 5 is a really, really good game anyway. We keep going back to it. And
you know what? I agree. I absolutely love GTA 5, and we do keep going back to it. But
how many times have we had it in our top 5 lists?
Surely everybody who is going to buy a copy has surely bought a copy now.
How many copies have you ended up buying?
Be getting... I don't know how so many people could be waking up on a Monday morning thinking, "Oh, do you know what I might buy this week? GTA 5."
Yeah. Look, I think, like you said, everyone has a copy now. Has everyone got a copy here?
Nope.
There, that's where the sales are.
A copy of a copy.
A copy. Everyone. Well, I've had it. I think they did a brilliant idea where they brought it out on previous generation, and then they brought it back out on this next generation as well.
And then they brought it out on
PC. So a lot of people end up getting about 3 different versions of the game anyway.
But who's buying it now? That's what I want to know.
There's probably quite a lot.
Crazy.
The thing is, it's one of those games where... But is it people who are selling the game and then picking it up again because there's been an update?
It could be.
It could be people moving to next gen deciding to buy it as well.
Exactly, yeah. You got to remember, there's still quite a lot. If you go to PlayStation, who's pretty much set to break sale records itself. I think the only console that looks like that's going to be above them is the Wii. So it's, at the moment, it's set to break its own record with the PlayStation 2. So, which I completely understand. The PS4 is a great console.
Yeah,
I think both the consoles this generation have been brilliant. And I think especially how close it's gotten to PC gaming nowadays, to a point now it seems that everything's merging together a bit more. Especially with Xbox and PC.
Yeah.
So,
merging is there.
Is there, yeah. So UK game releases. That's what I was typing. So, is there any games you guys are looking forward to coming out that you know of this year still? No Man's Sky.
South Park.
South Park, yeah.
Fractured But Whole.
Yeah, good shout actually.
Yeah.
Last Guardian.
Yeah, I like the look of that. Just because I want to see what it is.
I don't really understand, not being a massive PlayStation. Because there's another PS3, I suppose. I don't get it. It's just not something I'm excited for.
Dead Rising 4. I love those kind of games. I love, me with hack and slash. I love just running in, destroying everything. What happened? Well, I'm killing them, but I'm also wearing a Lego head. And it's got a Christmas hat on top of it. I want to kill things with candy canes. So, games that are coming out this week. We're going to start with... What day are we on? The 10th, aren't we? So start with what came out yesterday, as always. So on Tuesday, 9th of August, we had Brute at Ull on the PS4.
It's easy for you to say.
Yeah, and Uno is out on the Xbox One, PS4 and PC.
Uno is?
Uno! Yeah.
Yay!
We're not doing a video on Uno before you even say that, mate. What? No. I'm going to be taken down from YouTube. No.
I'll have to get my dick pics back on.
Games that came out today. I think everyone knows what game came out today. No Man's Sky on the PS4.
Did it? We've hardly mentioned it.
Yeah, we hardly mentioned it this week. The game that's coming out on Friday the 12th of August is No Man's Sky on the PC. And then on Tuesday the 16th of August, Grow Up is coming out on the Xbox One, PS4 and PC. If you don't know what that is, it's the You know the little red robot. What was the game called? Where he's climbing a plant.
Nope, don't know.
Oh, I know what you mean. Overgrowth, is it? Not overgrowth. Fuck. Grow.
You know what? We see the image in
Grow
the
Home.
vision. Yeah, Grow Home. That's it.
Yeah, Grow Home.
So this is the sequel to Grow Home. So now it's Grow Up's going to be coming out on Tuesday.
I've not played that, but a friend of mine says it's really, really good.
Well, I'm looking here what the next big game which is going to be coming out. I would say Deus Ex: Mankind Divided, which comes out on the 23rd of August.
Yeah, again, it don't really, because I've not played any of the others. It doesn't really excite me. But...
there is one game here that does actually really excite me though. That Worms WMD.
Yeah, that looks good.
Weapons in mass
I'm looking
destruction.
forward to that. I've already got it pre-ordered on the Xbox. So we definitely. I've seen a couple of people playing that. We can have up to 8 people with 8 worms. We've got to play that. We've got to, because it's going to be fun and destructive. We can ride in tanks.
Yeah, I like worms.
I like
Eat worms though.
Yeah,
Like
Shimmy, get that on. You've got an Xbox One. Get it.
Yeah, get it.
Get it.
We
Is
like
it
worms.
free?
No, it's not going to be free.
No.
You could buy it for me then.
Oh, I can only afford my own. I'm poor.
Is it fully for how much it'll be?
I think it is either 15 or 16, something like that. You'll have to have a look. It's a normal price for a digital game.
Yeah.
And it's a really good. It's Worms. You know it's going to be a good game. Nothing's better than destroying everything.
Yeah. We had fun on Battlegrounds, didn't we?
Yeah. Even though the online was buggy as hell.
Still had fun.
So, but yeah, by the sounds of things, they have fixed that problem with this one, hopefully. So we'll see how that goes. So that is pretty much it for gaming stuff this week. What have we got any plans this week? We'll probably have some more No Man's Sky.
There's going to be nothing else, is there?
We're doing
more adventure stories.
Yeah, some more Hero Siege with me and Shimmy. Next week, though,
Doing predictions for SummerSlam next week.
are you joining us? Are you and Heavenly going to be joining us?
One of us might do, yeah.
Yay! Because we need to sort something out, because of they now actually pretty much told us that there's going to be 2 pay-per-views in a month.
2 a month, I know. 2 a month plus NXT.
Oh no, we don't do NXT. No offense to NXT, it's a great NXT is great, but no, we don't do NXT. I'm looking for. Oh wait, yeah, that's a good point. What day are we on?
Is it going to be 2 a month, or is it going to be
It's 2 a
Raw
month.
1 month, SmackDown the next month?
It's 2 a month. It's going to start after SummerSlam with a Backlash for SmackDown and Clash of Champions for Raw.
Clash of Champions or Clash of Champions?
Yeah, it's called
Like
Clash
it-
of
I like
Champions.
it
It
raw.
changed it. It used to be Night of Champions, but it's now been changed to
I was
Clash
going to
of
say it used to be Night of
Champions.
Champions.
Yeah. Right. Double pay-per-views. How fun, because
Or penetration, you really said then.
how much? No offense, you don't know how much effort it takes us to just do one in a month. At the moment, I've gone supposed to be doing an unboxing for Loot Gaming. I've got it recorded. I've just got to edit it. Anyway, Paul, have you got any game stuff that you're going to be doing this week?
Yeah, probably No Man's Sky. Not streaming that.
Is
That's
everyone
all
doing
anyone's going to be playing.
Yeah. So next week, everyone's doing No Man's Sky apart from Shimmy.
and all the hundreds of thousands that for some reason have just bought GTA 5.
I'll probably get it on the
PC.
the weekend.
Well, yeah. Oh no, you're just going to buy a PS4 just for that game?
It's coming out. It's coming out on Friday, innit? So
Yeah. So
I can have it in better graphics than you pair of plebs.
well, either way, you can catch us on our Twitch channels. Me is twitch.tv/GDW2007. Hanksy is Hanksy1979. Shimmy is Red Shimmy, and Paul is Tattastic Gamer. You can also follow us on Twitter. Same, again, just named they're there. Oh
Yeah.
wait, if you listen to audio, the stuff that we just said. Also, you can follow us. You can follow Crave Your Game on Twitter at Crave Your Game. You can watch us every Wednesday, usually starting at 9 p.m. Give or take. On twitch.tv/CTG Podcast. You can also watch us on YouTube as well, where we've got a bunch of awesome gaming videos that we usually bring out once every day on youtube.com/Crave Your Games. For example, this week we have, coming out on Sunday, we have Fibbage with me, Matt, and Paul. Yes, you remember that now, don't you?
It's Quick Flash, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Quick Flash, not Fibbage.
It's a good job Paul remembers it, isn't
it? By the way, you can also go to Tattastic Gamer. Sorry, mate. I'm really sorry about that. Also, for the audio version of the podcast and the update, which comes out usually on a Monday, you can find those at craveyourgame.wordpress.com. You can also go to tattasticgamer.com for gaming reviews, blog, news, stuff, bits, pieces. Yes. And also, if you're 18 and over and you love gaming, you really, really love gaming, and you want to join a very friendly gaming community, you can do so by going to cravethegame.net. That is pretty much it. Everything is covered. That is pretty nice done. Yes. Next week we're going to probably have a bunch of news from Gamescom. So, Gamescom. Does anyone ever want to go to something like that, Gamescom? I'm just thinking of it.
I'll go with you.
I'd love to go to Gamescom.
Oh, I would love to go to Gamescom. We're not going this year. I think it's a bit too late now.
Wait, is it in London?
No, it's a place called Cologne.
Yeah, it's
somewhere in Germany, I think it is.
Yeah. I'm not flying to some foreign land. Going, if it's in this
If it helps, we could go by boat instead.
Yeah, get the sea cat over to France.
No, we're going to use a raft. You're the one who's going to be rowing.
A raft.
There's just a boatload of Syrians coming. We just jump out and say, we're going back that way, mate. We jump on. Start rowing, bitch.
Anyway, guys, so thank you for joining us for the CTG Podcast this week, episode 106. Until episode 107, thank you and goodbye, everyone. See you later.
See ya.
Yeah.
Always the boat full of Syrians for you, isn't it, mates? That's what stops you from going to Germany.
I was saying we'd borrow the boat.
We're just going to borrow the boat, okay.
To row.
Yeah, you're rowing.
Real world. This is real world stuff.
Sure.
I seen a job.
Okay, we're going to stop now. But yeah, if you want to pay for it cheaper and you want to have a go of it, then I'd say it's a fun game if you want an open world, but there is other games out there which are better at the moment. Yeah, for example, Ark. I think that's a good game. But yeah, I enjoy it. We'll probably
Ark is completely unrelated to that sort of game.
I don't know, because it's I count it under it's the survival, open world survival game.